composing your face on the page, you want to start with the outer contours. This, for a face-only shot, helps you just place it on the page so that you don't have to draw your circle, spend all that time with the pencil. So I'm going to start with the outer contour, starting with the lower jaw, and then the upper hairline, the inner hairline. Then I'm going to pan down the face, working through. This is a great thing for the newbies. It's a mental checklist. You're going eyebrows, eyes, bridge of nose, mouth, beard, hair. I've had people draw me and miss my glasses. I've had people draw me and give me a mustache when I don't have one because I have a beard. I've had people miss my gray hair. Doing this gives us the mental checklist. So, face on the page. He's got a nice full beard and he's got a nice full round face. I'm going to look at the face and treat it like a figure eight, dividing the eyes, the face in half. I'm going to point at you, Shane. I'm going to use our middle eye line as the fulcrum of my figure eight and decide which half is going to be bigger, which is going to be smaller. I'm going to try and make the lower half of his face larger. So. And because I'm left-handed, I'm working right to left. A lot of people don't think of that. Having made the decision to make sure his cheeks are this high, I want to continue that. Do the inner hairline. Couple lighter weight lines. So my outer contours are going to be heavier because I've got greater division of space. Ears. Now I'm going to pan down. I know this is where his eyes are going to be. Start with the pinch of the nose there. His eyes are kind of round, a little bulbous. I see the top lid. That doesn't connect. He's got great eyebrows. We emphasize those. They also help fill up that top half of the head space, making his ear just a little more smaller and British. Eyes. Are you going to give me a smile? Probably not.
No, probably not.
No, it's not happening. Bridge of the nose. Try and vary, don't make it entirely symmetrical because faces aren't symmetrical, so you want to find those areas where it changes. The lower lid showing up. I like to leave the glasses for the end. This mustache, I don't know if you can tell the volume of it. It's full and it's sort of dimensional. His cheeks nice and high. Lower cheeks very full. We've got all this space to fill up. You see just a bit of his top lip, more of his bottom lip. Try to color all that in and just kill your markers. Leave it for the color. If they pay for the color, then you can work that in. Here it's very close to his mouth, but we can still see a lot of cheek. Texture lines. And because he's also a big, powerful man, I'm going to raise his shoulders up, his neck, nice and high for that suggestion of volume and space. Always remember to sign your work. Everything you do. I like to sign the date of the year. People will ask you to put names on it or whatever. I don't care for names, never have. If I haven't done my job right, then, and you don't know who it is, then I'm just hurting. He's also got a little distinctive pimple or wart or whatever it is on his forehead. Sometimes people are sensitive about that. I know Shannon's not. Got a dimple. I get a dimple in. But we have Shannon, who we all know applause. And of course, the glasses. After saying all that, I'm going to forget the glasses I'm talking. Okay, and add some color to this. There it sticks open. So the head is basically a series of spheres and round shapes. Even though we're inside and the light's hitting him from my right side, his left, I'm going to pretty much ignore that and just go with how I want to describe the volume. Overhanging. Some of the contours that I'm drawing in, like the muscle on top here, where the ridge of the forehead happens. Remembering the nose is the one that comes out the farthest. I want to make sure I leave a highlight on the nose. I can see his cheek lines, but they're not something that were strong enough for me to draw in, so I'm going to color with them. Cheeks are round shapes. The eye bags and eyelid, round shapes. Extremities like to get blood to them, so I always like to do tips of the ears a little darker, tips of fingers a little darker. I'm coloring lightly over the mouth with flesh, because if I were just to do pink lips, it looked like you'd have lipstick on. And you don't want to do that, especially to a big bruiser. Unless they ask for it. You never know.
I'm a winter.
He's a winter. Okay. What color are your eyes, Shannon?
Green.
They're green. So, not a huge palette for green, but. The dark beard, even with the hair, treat the hair as masses, not as hairs. So, strap the volume there. Darker under the nose, because that's where the shadow's coming from. Now, if the flesh tone is bothering you because it's just a little artificial, which it is, because we don't have all the full range of colors to work with, what you can do is frost it afterwards, and I'll show that with the yellow ochre, which takes it down a little bit, makes it much more realistic. Most of the time, though, unless you've got somebody who's really sort of more olive-skinned, you're just not going to need to do that step. It is a cartoon after all. Here's my yellow ochre, and I'm going to use it very lightly on the side just to go over where I've gone with the fleshy peach tone. And it just knocks it back ever so slightly. And you can take sort of a pinker color or a red color if you want. Just add a bit of blood to the extremities, tip of the nose. There. I'm going to go back in and taking just a light sienna, a little bit of core shadow here because he does have very deep eyes. Let's make it pop again under the nose where I'm going to have the deepest shadow. Bottoms of the cheeks. Here's dark enough to mind, go and add a bit of black to that. Thing you'll find the navy and the black are very hard to tell apart, and it's always best just to I just hit the side of my hand with it to see which color I picked up, because it's often hard to tell if you don't have it organized. Got a tan shirt on. I'll get my yellow ochre out again for that. I don't have that kind of khaki color. See, I've left a lot of white on the page. I'm not trying. I'm letting my strokes show through. This isn't airbrush. This isn't, oil painting. And then a bit of blue. Great background color. Not trying to fill the page, just trying to release the foreground. And we have a picture. See if Shannon thinks it looks awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Ta-da!